There we go. Just changed the battery on this, and we'll get to see how this does going to the Valley Airport. If it will get in, park. Curbside as it should. It is doing 37 in a 30 in chill mode. Seems a little high. I was checking my laptop real quick before we get on the road here. Yeah, looks like the police is giving somebody a Christmas gift. Could be that. Suitcase there. And just pull. This is where I gotta disengage to pull up a little bit more.
Hey, how's it going, son?
Got everything?
Yep. Yes, sir.
The armrest in the middle there comes down if you need a cup holder.
Appreciate that.
So where are you flying to today?
I'm heading over to New York
Huh.
just for Christmas. You got the Coast Guard. See the Coast Guard for the license plates.
Yeah, Coast Guard brother. Back in the 80s.
Oh yeah.
You?
Yeah, that's where I'm stationed out here.
Oh, lucky you.
Yeah, that's nice.
I was hoping for someplace like this or Hawaii.
Oh yeah.
And I got stationed
Yeah, I
in
think everyone-
Chicago, Lake Michigan.
Oh okay. Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, got lucky. I actually never heard of this place. It was pretty funny. Like I'm 31 now, but so I joined pretty late. I've only been in for a little over a year.
Okay.
So this is the only place I've been in. But when I joined, like you said, everyone wants to go to Hawaii, I think. So everyone puts that. And then I think everyone puts Florida and Puerto Rico, District 7 next. So I put that as my first two. I don't even know where I put Texas, to be honest, but they
even for me, I didn't put Chicago.
yeah, no, they don't. I don't think like they try to probably do their best, but then when I was standing, you stand up in front, everyone's screaming about where you're going or whatever, and it was like South Padre Island, and I swear to God, I was like, oh, I'm going to Puerto Rico. Like in that split second, the brain is just functioning. Like, oh, and then they're like Texas, like immediately after that. I was like, Texas. Where the hell is South Padre Island, Texas? I was like, if it's an island, it's got to be all the way at the bottom.
Yeah.
But I had some buddies that were in the, some kids I knew that got to know during the boot camp, and they were from Texas. They're like, it's nice down there. So I've enjoyed it so far. Port Isabel's nice.
Yeah, I actually had to. I sent a device off a few weeks ago for warranty repair, and they were going to pre-ship me the replacement. And I kept giving them my address because I live on South Padre Island.
Oh, nice.
And they're like, "Oh, we can't ship to an island."
Oh, shit.
I'm like,
It's not. It's just called.
It's just a name. And it's like, well, our shipping department says we can't ship to an island. It's like
a barrier island. It's got a bridge.
It's just a name.
It's like, yeah.
And so like over here we got Long Island Village. You know, it's just a little.
Yeah, where I grew up going to the beach, it's called Long Beach Island. It's the same as South Padre in the sense that it's a barrier island too, where you just take a bridge over to it. Same thing. It's got the bay and then it's got the Atlantic Ocean. That's the only difference. Here's the Gulf.
And what I think is funny is like, well, they're like, well, we can't ship there, but you know, if you can ship the item back and we can try to return it to you once once we receive it, you know, the replacement. We found a shipping place that should be near you if you can get it there and have it shipped. It's a FedEx place. And they give me the address to SOS Services on South Padre Island, which is where my mailbox is.
Oh, nice.
So it's like, you know that's the same address.
Oh, that's funny. They don't put two and two together.
No, they don't.
I know, a lot of nowadays, too, everything's just, especially down here, the addresses are, you know, there's a lot of different addresses and stuff, and I feel like they, you know, they just type in and then they just base it on whatever pops up in the automatic like fill. Yeah, I have no complaints. Like you said, it's better than being sent to a freaking Michigan or something like that, freezing cold.
I enjoyed the service.
Yeah.
But it was back in the 80s.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's changed in Chicago.
Wild West back then.
Yeah. But
it's good. I mean, I worked in like consulting, like tech consulting for a bit out of college, and then I just couldn't work behind a computer all day personally.
Yeah. And me, I've been in the computer IT field since the 70s, so.
Nice. Yeah, no. I mean, it's good because I have a degree in it, so at least if I ever wanted to go back or something.
Yeah.
And it helps because if I ever wanted to go like OCS or something in the next couple of years, because I just joined enlisted to get in, and I mean, I wanted to do some operations and stuff too, but I knew at least I had my degree, so if I ever wanted to try to go that route, could end up, but at least get my time, you know, enlisted. You could just sign up, especially last year they were looking for people. Now there's a lot more people joining, but back a year ago it was like they were begging for people to join. So
I know when I got up there in Chicago, it's like a few weeks go by and the chief looks at me and he's like, you know computers, don't you? I'm like, yeah, I know computers and stuff. And he's like, well, you know how to operate a teletype, don't you? Because we didn't have computers back then. You know, I'm like, yeah. And he's like, okay. So he gives me top secret clearance, basically. And he hands me something. He's like, send that, but don't read it. I'm like, okay. And then later he came back kind of mad at me because I didn't correct some of his spelling. It's like, I didn't read it. I just looked at every individual letter. I did not put the words together. I did exactly as you said. I didn't read it. He's like, you could do that? I'm like, yeah. But yeah, it was a fun service.
Yeah, it's good. The guys are all good. Then I worked for a moving company for a couple of years in the city, just freaking lugging furniture around. But I was working with a bunch of firemen at the time that were just doing it on their days off. And I had buddies, like where I grew up, it's very just Irish town. Everyone's a cop or a fireman in the city, basically. And then you got your pockets of people that are like my dad has been an accountant his whole life. But I enjoy, just enjoy the freaking ability, the family atmosphere. So kind of miss that from just growing up playing sports my whole life.
Yeah.
But then with the moving company, it was actually like I was, you know, in good shape and stuff. But you break your back at any point, no health insurance. So it was like I'm getting to that age. Once I turned 29, I was like, I gotta make a decision. And every time I was applying for tech jobs, I just was like, one, I was out of tech for a couple of years, so I was like, no one's gonna. They see that I've been just working for a moving company. They're not gonna take a risk, probably. I don't think.
Yeah. I mean, I used to be a network admin for a major corporation. Got laid off in 2006. They outsourced everything to India.
Damn.
Then I had a hard time trying to find a job because I'm overqualified.
Oh wow.
So been an independent contractor ever since then.
Yeah, nice. Good for you.
So to try to get back into the field now would be very difficult.
Yeah, until I get into an actual company.
Yeah. I mean, it's like 20 years of nothing.
Yeah. They always, and that's like every.
And if they want to know a bunch of references, or it's like, I don't have any.
You just working for yourself, yeah.
So it kind of changes, but I mean, the field's always constantly changing.
Yeah.
And when you get into stuff like network security, it's like you cannot slow down. You know, you have to be 24/7
Right. Yeah.
studying whatever is
you got
immediately popping up.
constantly be adapting with all the new stuff that's coming out. New ways to break into any network security, right?
Yeah, and there's no way to be 100% secure. And it's the worst thing. You go in and you get them as secure as possible, but then somebody works
all it
there.
takes also is user error, right? Like someone on their end.
And then they blame you. It's like, you know.
It's like, I warned you. I told you, don't click the email that says click this link.
Yeah, I had a nurse at the doctor's office I handled. She was upset her computer got infected with a virus, and I pointed out that she spent 3.5 hours trying to figure out how to disable the antivirus software
Right.
to open the one email attachment. Her comment was, I had to see what it was.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Yeah, that is like for sure. Coming from the tech, it's even good because a lot of the guys are not computer savvy. So it's like, I'll just, little things, it's like easy to just like, yeah, this is how you do it. Just, it's not just do this, do this, do this. They're like, oh, how do you know that? I'm like, most platform, most websites, platform, they all work the same. You just gotta know how to navigate them.
Now everybody's using ChatGPT and a
Yeah.
different version of AI for everything.
Yeah.
And it's kind of scary. It's one of the doctor's office I handle. He uses chat most of the time. If it can't help him, then he calls me. So one day I had a friend. They hurt their foot. It was pretty bad. It's been sitting there for a while, getting infected. Damage to the toe and what have you. So I took a couple pictures of their toe and stuff, and I threw it to ChatGPT. ChatGPT came back with a diagnosis recommending certain prescriptions. Also noticed some possible toenail fungus and recommended a subscription for that too. And then I sent that to my doctor, and he looked at it. He's like, "It's correct. Let me send the script where I need to be."
I mean, it is scary how, my buddy did one, like, it was like, it's just crazy. Yeah, they could just surf away, and find information, and then information that gets, because it just, I guess it's just grabbing it from everything that's processed.
Yeah.
It's like something from like high school basketball, and it literally said my name and his name in the ChatGPT like response. It's like incredible year for like one of our coaches, and it was like said the names of us. I was like, what the? Like, that's crazy.
Yeah,
We're in the algorithm. I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's scary when you Google yourself and find, what you can find. It's even scarier when you use AI and it can do a deeper dive.
That's what. And he just texted me the screenshot. I was like, oh my god. I mean, it's kind of cool, but at the same time, it's like not really.
then you
it's
got
useful. I mean, those have its uses for sure.
Yeah, then you got Elon's Grok. I mean, it's interesting what it can come up with.
Yeah, I haven't used that one yet.
I mean, one of the employees over at SpaceX, I was giving a couple of guys a ride there, and they were saying it's a laugh. They were going through Grok and taking pictures of stuff and asking Grok to identify the type of mold. And they were trying to find out how to tell if the mold was hazardous.
Oh,
Grok's response was for them to expose themselves to it and then tell them what the symptoms they're having are, and I can tell them if it's a deadly mold or not.
damn.
It's like, do what?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
So it
Yeah, it's interesting.
and we also have Grok in the car. It's entertaining at times.
Yeah.
What the AI is doing now, right now we're running the latest full self-driving software 14.2.2
Okay.
that just got installed actually last night.
Oh, nice.
The one before that, which I've had for about a week, was doing an incredible job. This one here, so far, it's doing everything perfectly the way it should.
Right.
But for some reason, when I was just trying to go to the car wash, it just refused to go to the car wash.
Oh, wow.
It was going and parking next to it at the liquor store, and it's like, you worked great last week.
Yeah,
and
you're testing it out.
yeah, I mean, that's something I do every day, and it always worked. And now this update, it's like, no, I'm going to park over here instead. I'm like, oh, come on.
It's interesting. You ever been in one of those ones that there's no driver?
The Waymos?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been in those. They got some up in Austin.
Yeah. Okay. I know in I think Arizona, right? They're pretty.
Yeah, they're expanding, but even Tesla has their robo-taxis, which is the same make and model as this.
Oh.
And essentially, that's the same thing I'm doing now.
Right.
2 days ago, I
Yeah.
2 days ago, I drove to Houston to pick someone up and drive them to McAllen, and then drove back to the island. 767 miles. I never touched anything.
Oh, wow.
Except for at the very end when I got to Houston,
Yeah.
I had to personally navigate the apartment complex trying to hunt down the person.
Oh.
So there was no way for me to tell the car where to go since I couldn't get clear.
Right.
Just saying, I'm outside near one of the buildings. I'm like, can you give me a building number or something?
Right.
But yeah, I mean,
That's super useful for longer drives like that.
for any drive. I mean, I left.
Yeah, that's true.
I left at 5 in the morning and got back at 10:30 at night.
Wow.
They wanted to do some shopping in Houston and all that too, but never did anything. Just tell it where to go.
Yeah.
It's just like when you got in the car, I just told him to go to the airport and
plug in the
engaged it,
airport.
and it navigated its way out the neighborhood.
Yeah, my buddy's got one. He got one like last year. He's up in the honor guard over in DC, so he goes home he's going back into the fire department in New York, so he kind of joined during like that COVID time, because basically the rule in New York is if you're an EMT for 4 years in the FDNY, you just retake the test. If you get over a 75 or whatever, then you promote to fireman. Where if you just wait for the test, you got to get like a crazy score, especially if you don't live like in the city, with like the extra points and everything they add for different things. So he did that, but then when COVID hit, it kind of threw everything to shit, and they weren't promoting people up to firemen. So he didn't want to stay in the EMT any longer, and he didn't want to risk aging out of like the time frame, because I think it's like 29 or something. So he just joined the Coast Guard to elongate his ability to go back if he wanted to, and then they ended up saying like if you were in this year, whatever, you will get promoted to So then he just joined. He's just been in the honor guard for 4. Like he's just done that for 4 years. Pretty good gig over there. But he had some cool like. He's a body bearer, so he carried like Dick Cheney into the church. That old president, the guy that was really old, I can't remember his name, but it was a couple months ago. That passed away. He carried him like out of the Pentagon. Pretty cool. And then he's going to just be like that out of service thing for the last couple months. He's gonna go do like the firefighting out in South Dakota, and then he'll head back to New York. But it's within his like boundary of miles to go home, which I would imagine with the Coast Guard to move around and travel. But he takes his Tesla and same thing. He just plugs it in and just drives for him.
Yeah.
Every week or whatever. He goes home all the time. So that 5-hour drive. Because I used to work in Arlington, right outside the DC area. I got out of college in tech consulting, and then like I had a girlfriend in New York, so I'd be going up to New York back every a lot of weekends too, and then it'll kill you if you're really having to do that every week.
Yeah.
Not, here you just, like you said, you just plug in the address. It's way less stress.
Yeah. And for me doing Uber and Lyft, it used to be good, but now they're taking over 65%. So these rides don't pay what they used to pay, so it makes it very hard. And in the past year and a half, hardly anybody ever tips anymore. It's really changed over the years.
Yeah, that's crazy.
After I drop you off, I probably head to Corpus Christi or Houston.
Oh yeah.
Where it's a little bit busier at least.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just call you next time.
Yeah.
See if you like can text that number on.
Yeah.
And then if you want to set up a ride or something.
Yeah.
That's good.
And I guess your boot camp was Cape May, New Jersey?
Yeah, it's the only one.
Yeah. I mean, I was born and raised in Richmond, Virginia. And
oh, nice.
When I went to boot camp, it was in February.
Okay. Yeah, I got lucky. I timed mine like perfectly where I was like, I want to spend a little more time with my family, like, so I didn't do a quick ship or anything, but I was able to get a little money for having my degree.
Mm-hmm.
So I left it. I mean, it was hot, but I left in was it July? I want to say it was like right after the July 4th. So
Gotcha.
I quit the moving company like a month before because we got a house in the Jersey Shore. So I just went there for a month and just chilled and enjoyed myself, relaxed, put on some pounds before I knew I was going to lose it all. So,
when I went in, our company commander was the senior chief in charge of everybody else.
oh yeah.
So we had to be better than everybody else.
Yeah, I know
That was a lot of pressure. But one of the reasons why I joined the Coast Guard is because a good friend of the family, I used to play with his kids all the time.
Yeah.
Rear Admiral at Wiggins.
Oh wow.
So I had everything I needed to know about the Coast Guard, the manual, and everything before I went into boot camp.
Yeah. Yeah, my buddy sent me the stuff, and then I should have probably studied it a little more, but I did fine. I got like the 10 general orders and stuff like that down.
But a lot of people don't know that the Coast Guard was like the first armed forces in the United States.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's the
People
oldest.
sleep on the Coast Guard for sure.
Yeah, it's the oldest service.
Growing up on the beach, it was definitely like nice because I was always we got my dad's boat. We got boarded by the Coast Guard every year, just to like safety inspection. But I never thought about military or anything until when my buddy joined, and then I knew I didn't want to be a cop in the city or I didn't want to be a cop in general, and then I aged out of being a fireman, and then I didn't want to join like the Marines or the Army. I didn't want to join anything. I was like, at least I know Coast Guard. I was guaranteed to be by the water my whole life.
And you're not just playing war games every week.
Right.
You're
It's
actually doing something.
Yeah. you're always doing something. You're always getting out and out on the water, and it's like active. I mean, I don't stop working, and when I'm in work, it's like wake up at 7 and I'm working until 10 o'clock. You know.
But
at
yeah,
night.
some people
something.
need to think about their rank or what service they join before they join, though, because we had one guy at the station in Chicago. It was hilarious. You know, his first name was Eddie, no problem there.
Yeah.
But he was a seaman, and his last name was Staines.
Oh God. Yeah.
Right? And I remember we were having
You got some good.
yeah, it was like nonstop. It was like nonstop. We just could not let that pass.
That's why I joined it. I mean, that was like to be able to bust balls and have a good laugh. It's like,
and you know, but back then in the 80s, you know, our motto was like, you got to go out, but you don't have to come back. Yeah, we were always out there putting our lives on the lines to help other people.
Yeah.
And I think it's kind of more laid back. They don't take as many risks anymore.
Yeah.
It's from what I've heard from some people. It's like you don't dive into the water going after anybody anymore.
You can't dive underneath the vessel. So if the vessel's like upside down and you can't go underneath.
But that's what I did. I went into those vessels.
Well, it's all warranted risk too. Like if that's what it is. That's literally the law. If it's warranted risk. But there are,
like I said,
changed. But though back then it was more the Wild West. Definitely, there's definitely more.
I remember one time
flexibility and probably that risk that they define it as. You know.
I mean, one time we were on a 41 footer, a motor life boat, 41 footer. We still had the mounts where the 50 caliber machine guns were when they went down the Vietnam River. Yeah. You could still see in the hole where there's bullet holes that were patched in it. You know. Yeah. But I remember John Hamilton. He was from California. He was the coxswain, and we were underway, and the waves were more than they're rated for that boat.
Right.
And we're just getting pounded trying to get to somebody who's out there sinking. And we have the station calling us, telling us to return, and he just takes the radio and throws it out the window. Yeah. I mean, it's just like, you know. You know, we lost some equipment on the boat. We saved the people's lives. That's all that mattered.
Yeah,
you know?
And that's the warranted risk. If you take the warranted risk and you save the person, then it's basically probably all good.
But I mean, I couldn't. Even in that weather, you know, we're getting pounded everywhere. Yeah. And his coffee mug, not spilling a drop. It's like, how the hell are you doing that? You know? He's just tilting it as, you know, it's like, damn.
It's a problem. I'm trying to get to that. Future.
And you know, it shocked me what the guys would do. You know, Doug Limler, you know, in a similar case where we're heading out trying to go somewhere, and also one of the, you know, gaskets on the engine, one of the engine gaskets blows. Yeah. So we're on one engine, and he's down there taking the cylinder head off and everything while it's still hot with the asbestos gloves and everything, replacing the gasket, getting it back underway while we're driving. You know, it's like, man, I don't see auto mechanics doing that stuff.
No. Yeah, let's still do that. We've had actually,
it was impressive. And, you know, even, I remember the car I had back then, I can't even remember the make and model. I was having an issue with it. And, he came by in his pickup truck, and next thing I know, he's tearing the engine apart, you know, changing the rings.
It is cool to see. Like, you know, I was never a car guy. I just had my local, you know, guy that my grandparents went to, my parents went to, and I went to, and like, just taking a run. But, yeah.
But I mean,
it's
he
cool
was
to
doing it really
see
quick.
Some of the guys, they just know how to fix. They're like, don't go pay for that. Just, I'll show you how to fix it.
And we have one guy, Kenny Myers. He was from Iowa. Nothing fazed him. He was, no matter what we ran into, it didn't bother him. Yeah. We had a case called Pink Staff. The guy was down for several years. His son was found like a year and a half afterwards. once. They were out fishing and fell overboard. But for like 5 or 6 years, the dad would float up because the gas is built up and then float back down. Just so actually when I was in, that's when we actually was able to recover the body.
Oh, wow.
But you can smell it from like a mile away.
Yeah.
And we're all trying to pull the body up easily into the boat, being careful. We're getting the body halfway up, and Kenny Meyer's like, wow, fresh meat for dinner, man. And we all kind of lost it.
Yeah.
But, when we finally got the body back to shore, we transferred it to the EMTs that were taking it to the morgue. And as they were leaving Calumet Park there in Chicago, they went over the railroad tracks, and the body exploded in the back.
No way. Oh, my God.
We just saw the guys getting out, all upset, and they're like, you can keep our gurney. We don't need it.
God. That's crazy.
Yeah, but the worst thing is that it did not look real.
Right.
I mean, to see a real body like that, it did not, nothing like the movies.
No. Especially if it's been sitting in the water for that long.
Yeah. But yeah, we stayed busy, especially on like 4th of July weekend. I cannot tell you how many people will be out there on Lake Michigan having a cookout on their boat with a barbecue grill.
Oh, that's great.
And accidentally dump the coals in a boat, catching the boat on fire. It's like,
Yeah, I know a lot of guys that have worked up there. There's definitely some crazy stuff that goes on.
And you have the marina up there, and all those boats on the lake there. It's incredible. And I get down here to South Padre Island, and I'm like, where are all the boats?
Yeah.
But I kind of understand. We're close to Mexico, so that, we don't have that many boats. You go to Corpus Christi, a lot of marinas, a lot of boats.
Yeah. Yeah, here it's just, there's so, all the water's so shallow.
Yeah.
That everyone just rides skiffs. They just take the skiffs around and fish.
And I was shocked that there are no marine firefighting units.
No.
I don't think any of the boats there at that station has firefighting equipment for boats.
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
If we need it. But we wouldn't. There is some rules for firefighting, but if you had to do it, you do it.
Yeah. Because I thought it was funny when the Pier 19 restaurant caught on fire. The pier itself was on fire. The fire department could not get to it. And it's like there are no marine firefighting units out there. There's no, the Port Isabel Police Department doesn't have a marine unit.
No. Yeah, I think in Brownsville might be the closest. Where they're able to. But don't quote me on that. I'm not positive.
Yeah, I mean nothing that I've seen. But if you got the ports there, you may want to have that.
Yeah, there's a couple bigger fishing boats, but a lot of the boats that we see are just, obviously you got all the shrimpers, but a lot of the boats that we see are just the smaller skiffs that just go around South Bay and up to the Arroyo. All those flats that just rip around the flats and be fishing. Out by the jetties, be fishing.
I was kind of thinking it might be a lot like Chicago when I came down here, but no, I mean, there are pizza joints that are delivered to you on the lake,
Oh, yeah.
It's getting coordinates. Cool. They had restaurants that had boat through windows, on the rivers there.
During COVID, I thought about that, down by the beach, start a business where you just deliver beer and stuff to the houses on the water.
Yeah. Now, I've had some personal clients that I met doing Uber down here that, he would call me. He's like, hey, are you busy? I'm like, no. He's like, can you pick up two cases of beer and go down to the docks? And I got a guy there. You can use his jet ski. If you can just bring out here to the duck blind.
That's great.
Like, okay.
That's awesome.
You gave me $200 for that. I'm like, okay. But he also calls me every now and then when he's coming down to go by his house at the shores to turn on the pool heater. So the pool will be heated when it gets there for the weekends.
Little things.
You know.
That's funny.
So have y'all gotten into any shooting incidents down here?
No, they've sent so much, just so much presence down here, so it's been pretty calm.
I know, I think it was a couple of years ago they had to close several beach accesses on the island because several little baggies of cocaine were floating ashore.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it was before my time. I think back in the day here it was...
It was about 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it was within the past 5 years. I've only been on the island for 5 years now.
Okay.
Came out here in October 2020 for 3 days to avoid one of 5 hurricanes heading towards Louisiana to see what SpaceX is doing.
Oh, wow.
I just haven't left yet.
Yeah.
So I film all the launches from the roof of the Holiday Inn Beach Resort.
Oh, nice. Yeah, well, right now, because Trump put in that like a big movement down here where they sent a lot more presence, so it's been pretty calm. And now heading into the winter, it's just a lot less, you know. There's not as much people coming down to the island as during the summer, so it's been pretty. I kind of missed last winter. I went to Virginia for those couple months. So. I know it snowed here for the first time like in 20 years or whatever it was.
We had the ice storm in February of 2021 that went through here.
Okay.
Didn't see any snow here on the island.
Oh, okay. So maybe there wasn't even any snow.
Louisiana, oh yeah.
Louisiana, yeah. That's. I was talking to a guy actually yesterday. He said it was the first time he ever seen New Orleans snow.
Yeah, I've been living in Louisiana 26 years. That's the first time I've seen snow that lasted longer than 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, it was almost a week before it all melted out of my yard in Louisiana. I don't know if you've seen some of the videos of the people out there with the airboats on the on snow.
No.
Having a field day with that.
No, I gotta check that out.
Their own air-powered sleighs.
Oh, that's cool. It's like the crocodile fishers.
Yeah.
Little fan boats. I got 2 more years here. Let's say 2027, I think. Just depends. If I get Coxon and fleet up, I could fleet up here, or could put it to go somewhere else. Just see. Cross that bridge when we get there. I got probably a couple more months till that'll happen anyways.
That's a good service.
Yeah. Yeah, no complaints so far.
I'm like the only person in my family who went Coast Guard. You know, all of my other sisters and nieces and all that are, you know, Navy, Air Force, Marines.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm the only. I mean, I have some cousins guess my dad's cousin's family that have joined different services. My immediate family, I'm the only one that's joined something. Stability of it is also great. You know, you're gonna. It's like, Austin's good. He's got his coverage and everything. Little brother's down in Florida, so he's enjoying it down there. My sister's still figuring everything out.
And I don't think people understand that in a time of war, the Coast Guard does become a part of the.
Oh yeah, I mean even now.
Yeah. But I mean, like the Vietnam War, it was all
course,
Coast Guard man and operated boats that went down the rivers.
Yeah, for sure. D-Day. It was all Coast Guard boats and mates driving the boats.
But anytime I mention to most people about the Coast Guard, they just keep thinking of.
Yeah, they just think of the person that.
They keep thinking about that one movie.
Guardian.
Yeah, The Guardian.
Probably, yeah.
It's like, check out The Finest Hour.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Guardian's more fluff.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know if you've seen The Finest Hour.
I gotta check it out. I've heard about it.
I mean, I met the guy that it's based on.
Oh, wow.
It's very close to exactly what happened.
Yeah. I'll check it out for sure.
So it's not an action-packed movie, but he just got really lucky.
That was what was funny though. When I was joining, I was like, our recruiter's like, "What rate do you want to go?" And I was like, "AST." And then he's like, "You're 29." Like he's like, by the time you get in and AST and everything, he's like, "Dude, if you get hurt," he's like, "you may be, you're risking a lot." And I was like, "All right," because he's like, "You'll be 35 if you get hurt or something," and he's like, "It's probably not your best option, just at your age." I was like, "That's good advice." So I was like, "All right, well, I'll go BM." It's like, that's good. Because you can rank, you get coxswain, you can move up to BM2. And then you just gotta, if you got your stuff together and you work hard, you can move up relatively quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And you can still get all the operations in, but you can also move up into more of a leadership role where you're not putting your body on the line when you're like 40. Yeah. Where like AST, it's a slower process, so to move up, it's tougher. So when you're 40, you could still be the one having to jump in the water and possibly cut your career short. Not that it can't happen as a BM2. I mean, when you're on those boats, you break your freaking back. Yeah. When you're hitting some of those waves,
But I was kind of looking here in Texas. I wanted to see if I could get some Coast Guard veteran, plates, but it seems like they only do that if you're disabled.
Oh, really?
I'm like, really?
Yeah, I saw the plates. I was like, oh my gosh.
And, there's just the frames, but. And it's amazing how many people figure that if you're a veteran, you're disabled.
Yeah.
It's like, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember a couple of years ago, I'm sitting at one of the bars there on the island, Tequila Sunset. A bunch of coasties from the station show up. And they start giving me a hard time, asking me what the steam vessels were like. And I'm like, oh, that was after my time. We had sailboats.
Oh, that's funny. It smells nice. I mean, the Hopper House is good. I'll just go down there if I need to get out. You know.
But sometimes when those guys party, they get. I can't remember who it was. There's year and a half ago, I think it was, driving one of the guys from the island to his house in Brownsville, and he just threw up all inside my car, everywhere, all over himself and everything.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I mean, he was so drunk. No tip on that ride either. It's like, really, dude?
I'll have to ask around. I'll see. I'll find out the perpetrator.
Yeah, we had to stop at a car wash room and wash his clothes off and everything.
Oh my
It's
God.
like, he tried to catch it all. I was like, you could have let me know you were getting sick before.
Yeah.
But
Damn. Yeah, I'll ask around. I wonder if there's any of the guys that are still here. We had a bunch leave in the last transfer season. Yeah, that's the good thing about being older. I'm a little more just like, you know, I'll go out once or twice. Kind of just keep it a little.
yeah, I know guys. I wasn't one into drinking and stuff, so I was always wind up being the duty swimmer or duty driver.
That's nice.
But it's like they used to go play shot bowling.
Oh, wow.
So every time they bowl a frame, every pin they leave up, they have to take a shot.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
They usually didn't make it past the third or fourth
Yeah,
frame.
Say,
But
that's an insane game to play.
and then, you know, the first person who passes out gets barbecued, and luckily they were so drunk they couldn't figure out how to start the barbecue.
Oh my
We had one guy who,
god.
every time he got...
They got you doing the cooking too.
They had one guy who, every time, you know, he really got drunk, we usually found him in the neighbor's flower bed, just laying there eating flowers. It's like,
Oh gosh. Yeah.
oh, man.
You hate to see it. You hate to see it.
And I'm like, why?
Yeah, I definitely pick my spots. I'm like, alright, I'll go out tonight. Usually regret it the next morning. No, I'm not going out for like 2 months. Show my face out again. It's way different than New York airports, that's for sure. It's nice. I always get to airports early just because I know I'm like,
You've been here for a couple of launches, haven't you?
Oh yeah. And especially right in Port Isabel, I see them. They go right over mine.
I mean, I filmed from the roof of the Holiday Inn Beach Resort, so
yeah, it's awesome. Yeah,
I'm waiting for the next launch coming up.
Check on. I usually watch on the YouTubes, and then I'll just time it and go out. Honestly, the first one that when I was down here, it was hilarious because I texted my dad the night before. I'm like, oh, there's a launch tomorrow. And it was not the one that they caught, but it was like one of the other ones. And then I forgot. And I woke up, my whole house, the house was like rumbling. And I was like, what the hell? And I'm like, I was only down here for a week or two. And I'm like, what is it a hurricane? And I run out and like the trees aren't moving, but my whole place is shaking like it's gonna collapse. And then the birds are flying out of the trees. And then I just look up and I'm like, oh, and there's freaking the rocket going up. I was like, oh my God, that was crazy. I'm like, my heart.
I remember when they
tsunami, a freaking hurricane. And I just look up, the rocket's going up.
I remember when they launched one like early in the morning, 7:30 in the morning, and
it's probably
middle of spring break.
Oh, okay.
And that afternoon, I'm driving so many of these kids, and they're like, "Yeah, I got a freaking earthquake here." You know, what's in the hell out? They had no clue. Yeah, they never looked. They never found out. They had no clue what it was.
That's crazy.
And just push the top button and push out. Sweet. Thank you for your service. And
throw a tip on that.
Okay, only had mild interventions of having to use the turn signal. It didn't want to get into the left lane there in the middle, and didn't move over like it should have at that traffic light back there. And that speed, it was going pretty fast in a standard mode, going there through Laguna Heights. Yeah, there is a .1 out. Maybe these are the issues that it's trying to fix so rapidly. But technically, still no actual takeover. That was just me hitting the turn signal and scrolling, change the speed profile. Should not need to do that. It should be totally hands-free. So I kind of count those like as soft disengagement or soft changes. Nothing warranting an abort or just cancellation. But yeah, I'm kind of wondering about this version on the navigation issues here. It does seem kind of weird. 22513 2251. Oh, yeah, Uber sometimes doesn't send the exact, but I'll go pick this person up. That one, yeah, a good $20 tip. That was nice. So yeah, if I can get several of those, that would be more than going out to, Corpus Christi for that. If the day can continue like that, this next ride is only $4. But driving back to the island, waiting for another run to the airport, if someone's going to order another comfort, I don't know. That's a slim chance. I'll have these mornings where doing great, the money's coming in really nice, and then it just kind of dies. Across the street. Why Uber sent the pin on the other side, I don't know. But yet, it has the pin on that side of the road. So is he at 513 or 510? It might be at 510. We'll have to see when we get there. So we're on 14.2.2. Software 2025.45.5, and .6 is already rolling out less than 24 hours after the .5. Like I say, maybe they're fixing these issues that I'm seeing on the navigation. Let me go back over and check the Hitch app and see about these rides in Corpus Christi. They're still there. They're going up in price. Well, actually, no. They've changed. Earlier we had the Houston one was at 3. Now we have one at 11:30. Hey, R. Right now we're in Harlingen. How long would it take to get to Corpus Christi, Texas?
From Harlingen to Corpus Christi, it's about 110 miles, so roughly 1 hour and 45 minutes to 2 hours driving, depending on traffic.
So if I leave there now, what time would I get there?
If you leave right now at about 9:21 a.m., you'd get to Corpus Christi around 11 a.m. to 11:15 a.m., assuming no heavy traffic. Safe drive.
Goodbye. That one leaves at 11:33. That doesn't give me much time to charge before. That makes it kind of difficult to hit that one. I don't know. $160. To San Antonio is also going up. Hey, how long is the drive from Corpus Christi to Houston?
It's about 2 hours and 45 minutes to 3 hours and 15 minutes driving from Corpus Christi to Houston, depending on traffic. We're currently in Harlingen,
what about from Corpus Christi to San Antonio?
It's about 2 hours and 10 minutes to 2 hours and 30 minutes from Corpus Christi to San Antonio, depending on traffic. From here in Harlingen, you'd add another hour or so southwestward.
So yeah, from Corpus Christi, Houston, San Antonio, almost about the same. San Antonio's a little bit closer. By much. Okay. Oh, I don't like these potholes on this road. It's not hitting them. Surprisingly, it used to hit those. Got some chickens by the road. Some gravel roads. Going by the Uber app, the address it was sending me the drop pin for was the one across the street from where it appears this guy is at. So that technically me having to touch the screen and adjust the pickup and to switch to curbside and stuff. Okay, Mimu. Okay. Yeah, so this 14.2.2 does seem to have a navigation issues. I think Dirty Tesla was talking about that too. On his YouTube channel, his first test drive. A lot of vehicles here. So yeah, it's basically that house there. I don't see much room. Here he goes.
Junior?
Yes. Just the two of y'all?
Yes.
I would have pulled up, didn't want to block with the people there trying to get ready to leave. Heading to Walmart.
Yes, sir.
Last minute Christmas shopping.
Oh, yes. Way last minute. I ain't got nothing.
Oh no, 9 p.m. tonight would be the last minute.
I know. We're gonna take our son, but I was like, no, I don't want him to see what we're getting. It's gonna ruin the surprise and everything. And he's only 4, so I wanna keep Santa from him.
It's Wednesday today.
I don't know if y'all heard the latest news, but if y'all go out tonight, make sure you have an umbrella.
It's gonna rain tonight?
No, rumor has it one of the reindeer might have diarrhea. So.
Nuh-uh. And I work tonight. Ooh-wee.
Don't get out till 11.
Yeah, 8:30.
8:30.
Yeah, because we close early. But doesn't matter because we're going to open tomorrow. There's no point in closing at 8:30.
Where do you work at?
I work at churches. Well, we just opened up this year for Christmas Eve. And, well, no, for Christmas tomorrow. We're going to be open till 10 to 4. And then after that, we close.
So y'all going to be open tomorrow too?
Yeah, 10 to 4. And then after that,
because usually it's used to always be only Chinese restaurants open on Christmas
yeah,
Day.
well, this year they wanted to try, like, this year Thanksgiving they opened too. They're trying it out to see if how good the sales are for I guess the holiday. So they wanna try it out. If it's good, then they'll probably open up again next year.
They're trying to go after, I guess KFC.
KFC's open on Christmas?
Technically not here.
Oh, not
I
here?
think Japan, yeah, because
Oh, wow.
the Colonel really did some great marketing there. So now KFC is synonymous with
Oh,
Christmas and Thanksgiving in Japan. Whereas you know,
mostly everything there is open in Japan.
yeah. But I mean, it's you know, like for us, when you know Christmas or Thanksgiving, we do the turkeys. But in Japan, it's KFC.
Oh, that's awesome. That's my kind of Thanksgiving.
Yeah. So.
Turkey flavored chicken.
Yeah, my boss is there.
You said tomorrow.
Did I tell you that Grandma got upset with Alicia, and he was writing her up for it because she left the store disaster, and that she kept on bringing me up throughout the whole thing, and just saying, why is she getting written up? And he goes, it's because she didn't leave the store a mess like you do all the time. And then she's like, no, that's not fair. She's like, I'm gonna talk to Maria. I'm not signing that paper. And I was just like, well, I'm not even there, you know what I mean? Like, why are you gonna bring me into the mix of your shit? But I don't know. I felt bad for her, but she don't want to put in the work. She don't want to clean up the store. Like, when push comes to shove, even though you don't have a lot of employees, you still gotta keep the store clean. Can't just leave it like that. Disaster. I mean, in that one shift where she left me with nothing, and she wanted to justify it that all I left her in her shift without was coleslaw. I go, exactly, all I left you was without coleslaw. You left me without coleslaw, without macaroni thrown out, without a lot of stuff. Without bone-in pulled out, without boneless pulled out, tenders weren't pulled out, tortillas, everything, bread. The mayonnaise station still was a mess. I had to clean up everything. I had to do everything. I was like a little upset, but I was just like, well, it's a job. Luckily, the sucky part was that we didn't finish till like 11 cleaning up everything. And that's when the rush started by 12. And I told her, and she's like, well, you didn't leave me no coleslaw. I go, girl, I left you with no coleslaw. You left me the whole store with nothing.
Well, she could have left you with some angry customers, but...
No, luckily I'm a boss, and I handled it like a boss. I handled it pretty well, because I'm not one of those that's just stitch on my superiors. Oh, and she did this, and she did that, you know what I mean? I'm more mature where, like, if, you know, push comes to shove and it's a mess, obviously I'm going to put my back into it and just clean it up. You know what I mean? I'm no, like, pointing fingers at who did what stuff, so. But her, she's the opposite. She's where, like, oh, and she didn't do this, and she didn't. She's, like, just throwing me under the bus, and I'm just like, bro, like, man, I go, you're crazy, but I go, I don't even do you like that, bro. Like, and you leave the store, like, way worse than me. But man, my boss too, he already talked to the girl that she needs to step up to clean, and if there's no cashiers, that you have no choice but to do it yourself. But I don't know, she's something else. She says that it's because she says she came from Florida, and that from Florida is different. I'm like, well, dang, they leave their store a mess different or what? And she's like, no, we just do some stuff different over there. The employees worry about it, and well, we just manage them. And I was like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Well, we had a meeting too. She was trying to get me. She was getting mad that they weren't talking about me, and it was just the whole meeting was about her. And it was just a big fiasco. I kind of felt bad for her again too, cause like, but I tried helping her at the beginning. I tried training her, showing her stuff, but she always like made it seem like, oh, that I was just trying to prove her that I was better and all that stuff. And I was like, no, like, I'm just trying to teach you if you need help.
We should try to see if they have any Christmas presents at the mall.
I'm like, come over here. I don't think they have anything good over here.
Yeah, it's for kids, yes.
Kids?
Yes. Not with adults, you know that. It's barely anything that we like.
Well, we have till 4. It's really nice. So then we go there and then there.
However you want, baby.
Because over here, if we come over, we're gonna get the TVs.
Oh yeah. So you want to go over there first?
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah. This one is.
And then we need to get Strawberry something too.
Oh yeah, she needs a little friend for $5.
I'm gonna get her. I'm gonna find a little Christmas tree in her little. Oh, at the pet store.
I was about to say this pet smart around. It's over here. That's how I feel like it's sleeping when I quit. You're gonna come get me at 11?
Yeah.
Come looking for me.
I gotta go to Dollar Tree too.
We're only getting one TV.
No, I'm getting two.
For Kai?
No, for us. Kai's getting his TV back.
Yeah, I know, but why are you getting two TVs?
I literally just said for us.
We don't need two TVs, we only need one.
Christian needs one.
Oh. That's a nice car right there, that red one. That's classic, the way the wheels look. That's nice.
We put it on the other side of the shed.
What?
The stuff.
We're gonna have to.
Because when we're at work, he's gonna be going to the room.
Yeah. You have to put it in the shed.
And we'll wrap it up when we come home.
There you go, and just push the top button and push out at the same time.
Thank you.
Y'all have a Merry Christmas.
You too. And Happy New Year.
You too. Okay, yeah, it seems like we have navigation issues a lot with this new version. It did not want... It was trying to go towards McAllen instead of taking the proper exit to get off. It didn't get onto the interstate properly. I had to hit the turn signal for that. Yeah, so can't wait to see an update come out for this. Hey, can you navigate to Corpus Christi, Texas, please?
Sure. Navigating to Corpus Christi, Texas. About 113 miles away. Starting the route now.
Okay, navigate there.
Got it. Setting navigation to Corpus Christi, Texas now. It's about 113 miles. Should take a couple hours.
Okay, where are you going?
No active route right now. Navigation got aborted. Want me to set it up again to Corpus Christi?
Yes, please.
Got it. Navigation to Corpus Christi set. 136 miles. About 2 hours and 4 minutes. Arriving around 11:42 a.m. On our way.
Goodbye. So sometimes you have to finagle the car for the navigation, it seems like. Let's see if it can figure its way out of here. But yeah, this is kind of disappointing. You know, get an update and all the issues are nav related, and not just slight nav. You know, just completely off. Okay, someone took the Houston one. So that one's no longer available. San Antonio at 121. If we look at what's going on in San Antonio, there is later today. So guess. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to try to hang around the valley here. Hey, Ara, can you change the navigation? Let's swing by the Valley Airport, please.
Sure, adding Valley International Airport in Harlingen as a stop on the way to Corpus Christi. It'll add about 15 minutes. Heads up to navigate there now.
Okay, do that, please.
Done. Navigation updated. Valley International Airport first, then Corpus Christi. 14 minutes to the airport, 6 miles total.
That was bad but safe. A lot of these here, the 2 lanes do turn left, but not that one. But it did yield to the pickup truck that was doing it properly. Well, we might go ahead for that one. That's a $13 ride, so okay. So I'm going to go ahead and cancel all navigations, and we're going to go and pick this person up. It is a haul to pick them up, and it seems to be taking longer to get the update. So, what, 20 minutes away to pick up Eric. So the car needs to figure out how to get back onto the interstate. So yeah, this update so far seems to see, even there it thinks, but it's not. So the map data doesn't understand that these 2 lanes are not left turning. Now, does this get this from Google? I'm the maps from Google. Change here, so yeah, it can turn, but now will it get up on this ramp like it should? I hope so. Even when I was on the previous ramp, I had to pump it up to Mad Max to get to hurry up and pick up its speed because it was going straight into the interstate lane. Now, granted, Teslas have great acceleration, so that's not too much of an issue in those situations. There's a lot of cars that get up there going way too slow. anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end this video now. We've had a couple of rides recorded here, and it's already going to be a long video, so not too impressed with this 14.2.2. Can't wait for the next update. We have to deal with this until then. It'd be nice if I had a choice to choose which version, that if I want to roll back to the previous, I could do that, but we don't have that option. But anyway, like and subscribe would be nice, and Merry Christmas to all y'all, and a Happy New Year.